morning. We're back on Summit Sunrise, and I am here with Doyle Richmond. How are
Hello,
you?
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Great, thanks.
Look, he's got a new haircut.
Oh, yeah.
It looks so good.
It's Airstream-wise.
I like it. It looks very nice. It looks very pettable.
Yeah, yes. My kids love it. My kids and my wife, which is the most important.
Yes, that's true. That's true. It's like you're the new family pet.
Yeah.
You're the dog.
I do it every once in a while, every several years.
Well, for those of you that don't know, Doyle Richmond he's kind of into real estate a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Doyle always has lots of fun properties all in and around Keystone and all around Summit County, really.
Yes. Yeah, I've been doing it for 20 years out here, and real estate business is it's fun because you get to meet so many diverse people from so many different backgrounds across the country. And then Summit County has a lot to offer. It's it's not a piece of flat land. I mean, you obviously got all these little nooks and crannies along rivers, up against a ski mountain, out if you want to get some land where you got 40 acres. I mean, it's interesting where you get to meet a variety of people and you got a variety of different types of options to share with them.
Sure. Yeah. Exactly. It's a very diverse county too, because there's all the locals and there's everyone that travels here and has second homes here. So it's always an interesting melting pot.
Yes.
But you have large homes, you have small. I mean, you have everything. It runs the gamut.
Yeah. For us, I mean, they're flipping through some of our Keystone, and not even just our Keystone, but just areas through Keystone. I think what they're trying to do here is give various pictures that illustrate the areas, like that's the Keystone Lake area that freezes on over, becomes a 5-acre pond during the wintertime, and then there's paddle boats and kayaks there, and then obviously that's just across from the ski area. That's, for example, an area where I live, where you're looking right at the ski mountain and you can walk to it. And so there's just a little bit of everything. As you said, I mean, there's going to be prices. What I think the craziest thing is, just to use Keystone as an example, you can find properties. We just sold one under $100,000, a studio, granted, but under $100,000, you could be walking right to Slopeside, right to the Mountain House area.
That's wonderful, and you can, you'll see some great return on that too, because I'm sure that you could probably rent something out Slopeside. Just a wild guess.
No, yeah, but that's just an example of Keystone. You can drive in and out of Keystone in 5 minutes, but if you get off the road and explore some different areas, and that's where a good realtor is going to come into place, because they're going to listen to you and say, hey, I'm looking for a single-family home, or I'm looking for a 2-bedroom condo and I want to have a price range of $200,000 to $400,000, whatever it might be. And then that's when you're going to hone in and try to get them educated on the market. And as a buyer's educated on the market, they're going to be able to make a buying decision. I see that they're flipping back and forth on the website. A lot of people like to begin their search on the website. Mine's very simple. It's just my name, DoyleRichmond.com. I think right now, Dave, they're trying to show the various listings that we have throughout Keystone right now. You could do a search on my website and you can say, hey, I want 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. I want to look at Copper, Keystone, and Breckenridge. And I want to be, again, $300,000 to $500,000. It's going to pull up every listing.
Oh, perfect. So you have all kinds of options. You can really customize your search online, which is a great, correct me if I'm wrong here, it's a great way to begin your search, to kind of see what's out there and get your wheels turning a little bit.
I tell people all the time that, call me from my website or other websites that, when these different search engines pull stuff from the MLS, it's only going to pull so much data. It's going to pull kind of the highlights. Right. And so really the person's going to get a good idea about the property, but then it really takes someone, again, a good realtor who's going to be able to explain all the ins and outs. I mean, why the association dues, what they are, what do they include versus what they don't include, and what type of facilities are at that property. What's the rental history if I'm interested in renting the property?
Excellent.
And then there's other properties that are interesting, where someone says, God, I really got this $1 million taste. I don't know if I'm going to really use it that much. There's a whole partial share market where we put together, there's partnerships of people, there's the legal documents, you own the property, it's deeded to you, it's not timeshare, but you actually have an owner's and use calendar, a budget, and you can trade weeks with each other and things of that nature. So someone says, I'm only going to be out here X weeks. Right. That's a great option for them too. So.
Well, and it's nice to have someone who has, a sense of background on this, because that sounds like that could get a little bit confusing, and I'm sure there's a ton of questions that would come along with that. And, obviously you're an expert in that, so it's really good to know that, you can answer those questions, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh, well, yeah, I am only going to be out here for a certain amount of weeks, and I want to own something, but, make it doable.
I think, as they say, the saying, knowledge is king. I mean, you definitely have to have knowledge in whatever you're doing. And as a consumer, as someone that's making a very large purchase, whether we're talking about a 100, 200,000 condo or, a multi-million-dollar single-family home, it's a big purchase regardless.
Oh, sure.
And, they want to make sure that they understand the market well, that they're getting a good deal, that, they didn't buy something that was maybe a little less than what they could have gotten someplace else. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's the whole comfort level. And as Dave and I always say to our people is that, once you spend a bunch of time with us, we're going to have you well educated. Whether you buy or not, it's a whole different decision, but you'll certainly know a lot about real estate.
Right. Well, and it's great to have an expert like Doyle, and you had 25?
I have 20 years plus up here, and over 25 in just real estate in general.
See, so it's always good to have someone.
Started when I was 2.
You started when you were 2?
Yes. I'm only 27 now.
Nice work.
Added 20 years to that, you'd be fine.
But it's nice to have someone who has an expert knowledge in all of those things, especially when it's something like whether it's a condo purchase or a home purchase or more of a timely ownership, and however you want to do that, especially up here in Summit County, because there's so much to choose from, and that can be a daunting task, and it's nice to have someone
and it's it's more beyond just the real estate. That's the whole lifestyle. I mean, someone like myself who's lived here 20 plus years and has kids and has raised them. It's those little things you can tell them about a certain hike that's great for the age bracket their kids are, or that might be, listen to what their tastes are in restaurants or what they like to try to do, for activities.
Right.
And so you play a little bit of a tour guide too.
Sure. So
but why not? I mean, it's a great place to be.
Sure. Oh, it's the amen to that. See, Doyle is not only just a real estate agent, but he's also a tour guide. Should you need him?
Yes.
But Doyle, for our viewers who want some more information, they can go to your website.
They can go to my website or my phone number. I think they'll put it up there one more time before we check out here. But it's just easy. My website's doylerichmond.com, and then my phone number. It's my cell. I've had it ring on the show every once in a while, but I'm gonna have some showings today. But I have some openings this morning. So if anyone's interested, give us a call.
Excellent. Well, be sure to check out doylerichmond.com. He can help you through any of your real estate needs here in Summit County. As always, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
For being on here. Yeah, always great to have you. We'll be back with more Summit Sunrise right after this.